Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to more Master Mode Terraria. And as you can see, it's that time of year again. It's getting warmer outside, it's springtime, so I shave off the beard because my face gets too warm. And I know I'm probably going to hear things like, you should have kept it, or you don't look aesthetically pleasing. Look, I don't look aesthetically pleasing no matter what I do, alright? I own a mirror, I know what I look like. Sometimes it ain't pretty. But it does not take away from all that I set out to do on here, or anything for that matter. A couple things that I wanted to talk about. They're not too like important or like world breaking or anything like that. First is, I found a Warlock deck in Hearthstone, and I will be making a video based on that after this. I found a Warlock deck that has pretty much every single win condition jammed into one deck. It's got Cho'Gall, it's got Egg, it's got Rafam. The only thing it doesn't have is Dark Gift. Doesn't do the Dark Gift, Wallow the Wretched. But it has pretty much every other win condition you can imagine. And the weird part was that last night, or the other night I should say, I queued against effectively a mirror match. There was another Warlock doing like the exact same thing. They had Herald, they had Cho'Gall, they had Rafam. They actually were playing a Mill Warlock with 2 copies of Gnome Feratu, and they milled my they used Razadier, and they milled my Time Thief Rafam. They made me discard it, and then they milled a couple other cards, but they didn't mill the Cho'Gall, which then ended up eating one of their Rafam cards, which took away their Rafam win condition. It was just an insane game of back and forth, and it went to fatigue. It was fun. It was great fun. But it's one of those decks that it's almost like that's kind of the position Warlocks are in right now, that they have to rely on having multiple win conditions to even be competitive. But I will be playing that. I've not advanced any further in the Legend Climb either. In other news slash... I can't even call it news, because nobody outside of my the place I live is really aware of it. But there's this brouhaha happening over specifically code enforcement. Now, for anybody that knows code enforcement, anybody that knows building codes and everything like that, and other codes, it's kind of a way to, for lack of a better term, to oppress the people. If you think about it, right? In most cases, yes, it's about safety and so on and so forth. But for the most part, it's basically just an oppressive form, right? It's a money grab in most cases. And a lot of the people don't understand economics. Let's just use HOAs and other things like that as a point and purpose. For an HOA, you have to be upfront and you have to sign a contract, right? But when you're not dealing with an HOA and you're dealing with something else altogether, you don't have that kind of issue, so to speak. However, when it comes to code enforcement in a place that's not an HOA, which the place I live is not, if you were to follow the code that they want to institute, what happens is your taxes go up because you beautify your property, and of course, as you know how tax assessment works on property, it's based depending on the state you live in, of course, or the area that you live in. Your tax assessment goes up and down based on many factors. One of the factors being that you may or may not, well, hold on, let me clarify this. Where you live, it depends on the taxation, right? In some cases, it's based on how much land you have, and in other cases, it's based on the land plus what's developed on it and what looks nice. Like if you were to put in a flower bed, like a really good landscaped flower bed, your taxes go up. All right. So so honestly, if you let your taxes, if you let your property not really fall derelict, but you just kind of don't put in beautification projects, your taxes go down, saves you money. And then it's kind of a trick of the trade for people to dodge property tax in some ways. The people don't seem to understand the they don't seem to understand. So what I'm looking for, economics. So what they're doing is they want to enforce a code that if you follow it, your taxes go up. Well, if you live in an economic downturn area, like I do, you don't have the money to do it. You don't have the money to follow the code. You don't have the money to pay for all the upgrades and improvements. And so you'd have to move because you can't pay the taxes, or otherwise you lose your house. And if you don't pay the tax, or if you don't do the code enforcement, you have to pay a fine, which then makes you lose your house because it goes on your taxes. They don't understand economics. It'll hollow out, small town America like you wouldn't believe, but they do it anyway. And it's like, do these people not think? So yeah, they don't get it. And even if they understood it, I don't think they would understand it completely. I knew it. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat Skeletron anytime soon. I need the bee gun. I think my best option is really to try the Queen Bee again. And try to get the bee gun that way. I wonder what I was using the last time I beat her, because I can't seem to find the secret. Figure it all out. Maybe it was the... Was it the Zappinator? There's no way. Then run the Meteor helmet. Run the whole Meteor set. I mean, my defense will be lower, but... Now, can I run the magic hat and get the same load up? No. Can't do that. So I gotta find something else. The Zappinator's obviously 58 magic damage. There you go. I've tried everything under the sun that you could think of. The Star Cannon, you name it. Masterful Space stuff. Well, I don't really need the top hat. Don't ask me why I'm keeping so many shackles. Because you have to use it to make, like, cuffs, and then magic cuffs, and then make the magic cuffs paired with something else to... There's a whole reason behind it. So we're going to go with that. We're going to put only the one rod in here. We're not going to have the other 3 rods. We're just going to have the one. I already have the imps from the imp staff. The pygmy, I need the immunity. There's the damage reduction. There's the defense. Yeah. I think I've got it. The Hasty Spectre boots, I should probably switch those over to defense. But anyway, as I was saying, they want to try to enforce this code, which is pretty much just going to doom the entire citizen base that lives here to not having any citizens. There's obviously still the option where we can vote it down, but it's kind of the whole, like, you should have had the forethought not to do it, right? You should have had the intelligence to sit there and say, well, wait, this is going to be bad for John Q. Public. Let's not do that. But they don't think like that. They're just like, well, you know what? We're just going to cram it down their throats. Well, I'm sorry. Pardon? That's just how it is, I guess. We'll put one there. No, this ain't working. I say I can't do it. And I just threw the Zavinator on the ground. I'm just struggling with it. I don't know why. It's got to be something I'm missing. I don't know what it is. Let's try something else. I've got to try everything, right? If I try everything and it fails, then that means it's still not working. But to me, it's just one of those things that you'd figure people would have the wherewithal to kind of look at something and say, you know, that's not working. Let's try something else. Wait, that warding Beezor's got more on it. No, they just double down on it. I don't understand. Well, but anyway, there's a big brouhaha about it, and the people are upset, and rightfully so. At least they have the wherewithal to understand it. Hopefully, and this is just a hopeful, that the legislation doesn't pass, and it saves everybody the ability to... Well, it saves everybody the ability to going through all of that problem. You know what I mean? 32. And if we go over here, it's what? Bast gives me another 5. So we're looking at, what? 37? Yeah. I think the bees work a lot better than anything else, to be honest with you. Kind of like the hair of the dog that bit you kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's a struggle. All I want's the bee gun. That's all I want. If I get the bee gun, the rest of the game is pretty much easy mode. Oh, 810. My mouse, I was getting tired. My arm was just starting to kill me. Because the bee's knees isn't an auto fire, and if it was, I mean, it would be so much easier. Yeah, see? You have to hit it every single time, so that was really starting to get to me there. What if I start using potions? Like Thorns potion. Can't really do much of anything. I mean, that's it, really. Well, increase bow damage and arrow speed, but that's not really going to do much. I gotta come up with something. I don't know what. Surface tundra. Okay, well, we're gonna go out and do some fishing until I can figure something out. Oh. I mean, you wouldn't think it does, but it actually, you sit there spamming your mouse click a lot. It's tough. Lucky clover. Magically delicious. Please do not eat. If only it was a death deterrent. I mean, that'd be great if it was, wouldn't it? Do I have any other bow that is auto fire? I don't think so. I've tried the gestures arrows, they don't work. Tried flaming arrows, they don't work. The bees seem to work the best, but if I can get a higher damage bow and maybe use that. I don't know, it's just... It's difficult. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. That's a lot of crates. Oh, okay, that's an Atlantic cod. I thought that was a penguin fish straight away. I was gonna be like, wow. Third cast. Third time's the charm. Wow, the heart reach potion. Chip in a bottle and a sonar potion. Are you absolutely joking right now? Well, okay. So we're gonna put it up here, I guess. Cool. I love getting a whole bunch of garbage. What am I gonna do here? So I've got regular arrows, and I have, well, wait, melee attacks. That doesn't work. +3 summon tag damage. Really? But what does that mean exactly? So it does 9, and there's +3 summon tag damage. So that would be 8 summon tag damage. Does that work that way, though? Perhaps. And summon damage doesn't work the way you want it to, so that's completely different. So if we go Pygmy Necklace, and we do 2 mushrooms... There's potential there, maybe. Shadow Scale Mail. What if I go with a different bow, like the Molten Fury? Ignites the arrows. I don't really need to worry about me losing arrows, but I need defense. And this gives me acceleration and movement speed. And I think that was one of the things that was causing an issue, was I wasn't moving anywhere near enough. Or anywhere near fast enough, I should say. I think having that, I think that helps. Book said to be at its holder's behest. If only it worked like the other thing. If only it worked like, oh, what's it called? I can't even think of it. Wait a minute. The ninja's uniform. Oh, that's just movement speed. Yeah, that's weak. That's weak. There, I look like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Sometimes that's not always a good thing, because Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was a whack job. Yeah. Can I be frozen or chilled? I don't think I have that problem yet. I wonder, though. Like, I honestly wonder, is the equipment I'm wearing the best for it? I mean, I like the Worm Scarf because it reduces damage taken. I'm at 34 defense, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I could get more because I could upgrade the Pygmy Necklace and change the Spectre Boots. And maybe get extra in the Guarding Talisman, the Tsunami in a Bottle. Is that Tsunami in a Bottle, or is it... Yeah, Tsunami in a Bottle. I might have to do that and try to work on getting more armor. Oops, accidentally peeled up a piece of wood there. Sorry. Oh, there's the Reforger. How much does it cost to reforge this? 8 gold. Warding, and I nailed it first try. What am I? Am I the guy? 2 gold, 44, so that's not enough. That is not enough. So 4 defense, 3 defense, 4 defense, 4 defense. I mean, I'm outside of this, which I don't have the money for. I need to find something I could sell for some fast cash. What about my ores? Do I have any ores that I could sell? No. Well... fell 65 meteorites. There's 7 gold. Rubble maker small, huh? Or like troublemaker. I need to reforge the boots to not have movement speed. Nailed it. I'm literally the guy right now. Precise. Oh, okay, I'll take it. It's 4% movement speed. Yeah, I lost 2 defense, but whatever. Beggars can't exactly be choosy right now, so... Wait, where'd my one mushroom go? Oh, it's because I took it off to reforge it. Yeah, we'll put volcano in there. I mean, the mushroom, those little mushroom guys are kind of cool. This is kind of interesting. I didn't have enough money, and I was just dying there. That's not working. The Deadly Molten Fury just doesn't work. You kind of need the bees. I mean, because the accuracy kicks in, and being able to just fire nonchalantly anywhere and have the bees come in and actually hit them, I think that plays a bigger part than anything else. I mean, I've got to get some. I've got to be able to do it somehow, right? I've done it before. Like, the question is when? Easter block. That's new. Ah. That's interesting. You can hit him with the tag damage there. But it's like, how useful is it really? I don't know. That is a slow weapon. That volcano is. So I'll put it right there. Right next to these other Star Furies that don't really do anything. Nimble Bone Pickaxe. I can't use the sand block as much as I'd like to. because it doesn't work. If I go with the obsidian horseshoe, is that how I did it before? Because I was on the slime mount, and I could just, like, jump on top of them and end up getting damaged that way. Was it a more verticality fight? I don't know. Gonna have to try it again. I will in a minute. Oh, what else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think of what else I could actually do on the channel. I guess I stepped away from doing the free game Friday because I wasn't getting a lot of views. The Pokemon Champions isn't getting a lot of views, which is weird because they were all for the how-to on the competitive battling side, and then when I actually started up doing the competitive battling, they just don't. It's just not getting any traction. I wonder if it's getting any traction across the board. I'll have to do some research after this video. Like, pop on over to, like live streams and see if it's getting any traction there. I did it again. I threw the weapon on the ground. Huh. Apparently the shield charge makes me avoid damage when charging through her. Interesting. That is until she enrages later on and I just go up in a ball of fire. Oh, seconds so I could take another potion. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. Something's changed, and I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe if I didn't have the poison damage, maybe. Like, it's getting difficult. I don't know what it was. I know that I did it one time, and then after that I haven't been able to do it. I've gotten close tons of times, too. I've gotten within 800 life at least twice. I had her down to like 15 life one time, and she didn't die. And it's like, come on now. I need something. Maybe it's the wrong staff. Maybe the Flameburst staff isn't what I need to be using. Maybe it's another staff I need to be using. Explosive trap? Maybe. Maybe. We'll try it. Like, I have everything over here. I have reduced happy. I have happy, which gives you movement speed and monster spawn reduce. The heart lamp, which gives me regen. The cozy fire, which gives me regen. The defense bonus, and it's like, yeah, I'm missing something. I'm gonna give it one more try. During the daylight hours, of course. But I don't understand it. And I'm gonna try to figure out something that'll work. Because I sat there thinking about it. What if, and this is multifaceted thought here, I had a thought for Hearthstone, and then I had a thought for Pokemon coinciding, like running parallel in my head, right? The one thought I had about Hearthstone is, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it. The one thought I had about Hearthstone was, I want to play a deck that it's not cheesy like the Shatter Palette, right? And I want to be able to play a deck that is different, not necessarily like, oh, I'm going to redefine the meta. I don't want to do like meta redefining stuff. No. I just want to play a deck that I like to play, right? But I also want to make it so that it's something that's unusual. Because, playing the same decks over and over and over again, it's like, it gets boring, right? Because you end up seeing the same archetype again and again and again. And it's like, coming up with a new idea is fun. Coming up with a whole new thing is fun. I don't know. I've always loved doing that. Same way with, like, Pokemon. But with the way that Champions is going, there's not a whole lot of team archetypes out there. There's weather teams, sure, but those have been around since, the dawn of time. can't do it. I just can't do it. I have tried and tried and tried, and I keep going to the same spot. The only thing missing is that B gun. I'm telling you, that B gun is the key. Had I gotten that and not this abomination thing, the bee's knees, had I gotten the B gun, this would be a completely different story. But at any rate, I had a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Or tried to enjoy it as much as possible. Despite me having to talk about semi-personal issues, I would say. It's more of a village, town, city ordinance issue than it is a personal issue. Though I take, a personal affront to it because I just don't think it's right. I really don't think it's right what they're doing. And that's my take on it. So, it is what it is. And it's not one of those, oh, it is what it is, no matter what. It's just, it is what it is. Or what it currently is. And I mean, it can be changed. Everything is subject to change. But I'm just not happy with it, that's all. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow. And as always, have a good one.